Good morning and welcome. It's 10:30. It's the 13th day of November 2021. It is 88 degrees in Ventura, California. Weather, man. Okay, so we are continuing our exploration of all the optional races for Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition player characters. Today, we are going through all the races from Volo's Guide to Monsters, everything, Volo's Cookbook. And instead of doing them alphabetically, we are doing them by popularity. So 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth most popular race according to whoever did this at 3.3% Lizardfolk. Lizardfolk. So I'm not sure what the difference between a lizard man and a lizard folk is, or a lizard person, or snake person, or whatever. But these are the lizard folk, as according to Volo's Guide to Monsters. And I want you just to look right now that they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 special abilities, as opposed to most of the other races that only have like 2 or 3. So wow, just wow. Anyways, you get a +2 Constitution bonus and a +1 Wisdom bonus. Dwarves, I mean, that's not unusual. Age, alignment, and size need absolutely nothing because Wizards of the Coast has changed all that, but your size is medium for the sake of D&D combat. Your speed is base walking speed of 30, but you have a swimming speed of 30. That's pretty ridiculous because most other land-based things, when you figure out their swimming speed, is usually half of that. But wow, you can swim as fast as you can run. You have a bite ability. Your fanged maw is a natural weapon which you can use to make unarmed attacks. If you hit with it, you deal piercing damage equal to 1d6 plus your strength modifier instead of the bludgeoning damage normal for an unarmed strike. Okay, so a normal bludgeoning untrained punch is like a d4, right? Or maybe not even that. Maybe it's a d2 because monks start with a d4 plus. So you're already, with your bite, doing more damage with your bite than a monk does with their punch, and an average fighter is maybe going to do, because, an average fighter is probably going to start with a short sword, maybe a long sword. So they're doing a d6 plus strength modifier piercing. You're doing a d6 plus strength modifier as a bite, but it costs an unarmed attack, which means it's a full round action unless you're a monk or something that gets more than one attack. You also have something called Cunning Artisan. As part of a short rest, you can harvest bone and hide from a slain beast, construct, dragon, monstrosity, or plant creature of size small or larger to create one of the following items: a shield, a club, a javelin, 1d4 darts, or blowgun needles. To use this trait, you need a blade such as a dagger and the appropriate tools such as leatherworking tools. Wow! Free weapons! How many times can I do this? Once? Twice? Infinite? As long as I've got a body, I can just basically milk it for infinite shields and clubs and javelins. How long do these last? I mean, is the shield a temporary item, one blow and it's gone? Or is it the equivalent of a normal shield and it's going to last forever? Wow. But that's not all, because you also have the ability called Hold Breath. You can hold your breath for up to 15 minutes. That's 15 minutes of Dungeons and Dragons time, not 15 minutes of normal time, 15 minutes of Dungeons and Dragons time. And in Dungeons and Dragons time, a minute is like a year. So you can stay underwater or in a room filled with poison gas for 15 minutes. But that's not enough. A lizard folk also has Hunter's Lore. You can choose 2 of the following skills and gain free proficiency in them: animal handling, nature, perception, stealth, or survival. Perception probably being the #1 choice because so few classes give you bonus in perception. So yeah, wow, just wow. But that's not all, because you get a natural armor class. You have tough, scaly skin. If you aren't wearing armor, your armor class is 13 plus your dex modifier. And you can use that to determine your armor class if you're wearing something that gives you lower AC. Why would I, if I have a natural 13 plus my dex modifier? And a shield benefits applies to normal when you use natural armor. Okay, bare bones, leather armor is 11 plus dex modifier. So without even doing anything, your armor class is bare minimum 13 if you have a 10 or 11 dex or higher. So you are automatically better than a first level fighter in leather armor. For free. I guess there's a lot of Lizardfolk monks. You also have an ability called Hungry Jaws. In battle, you can throw yourself into a vicious feeding frenzy. As a bonus action, you can make a special attack with your bite. If the attack hits, it deals normal damage and you gain temporary hit points equal to your Constitution modifier. And you can't use this again till you take a short or long rest. So you bite somebody and you get extra hit points. And you speak, read, and write Common and Draconic. Read and write Common and Draconic. You're a Lizardfolk, but you read and write Common, read and write Draconic, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 special abilities, one of which also lets you heal. You have a natural armor class of 13 plus without even trying. You can just walk around, pick up a rock, and instantly make a club. Wow, these are really, really kind of bizarrely, strangely powerful compared to some of the other races. I mean, all of the Volo races have been a little bit more powerful and better across the board than the player character normal races. I mean, why would I play a half-orc fighter or a dwarf fighter when I can be this and be that much better? Wow, just Lizardfolk. Wow. What do you think? Have you played a Lizardfolk? Would you allow them? Do you think this is way too much or not enough? Apparently people still don't think they're as popular as the Aasimar at 3.3%. So, I don't know. Lizardfolk, man. Natural armor, natural attack, natural ability to just create shit out of thin air. Hold breath for 15 minutes. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. All right, if you appreciate this content, let me know. If you don't, let me know. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Help me hit 1,000 subs, etc., etc., etc. Have a great day. I will talk to you soon. Lizardfolk.